أولى ثانوي. فرصة جديدة وحلم جديد وهنعديها بالتأكيد، وهنعديها بالتأكيد. أولى ثانوي.
أعزائي طلبة وطلاب الصف الأول الثانوي، أهلا بكم في الحلقة الرابعة لتدريس الأحياء باللغة الإنجليزية على قناة مدرستنا 3 تحت إشراف وزارة التربية والتعليم. In this episode, we focus a main point. Another biological macromolecules, it's called proteins. In this episode, focus on proteins, building unit of the proteins, protein structures, type of bonds that's occur between two building unit, it's called amino acid, and the types of the proteins, simple and conjugated proteins. Okay, that's right. By ending of these lessons, student is able to describe the molecular structures of the proteins. Number 2, determine the function of the proteins. 3, identify proteins practically by using the purity reagent to detect the presence of the proteins. That's right. Okay. Okay. Proteins. Protein biological macromolecules made up of small molecules. It's called amino acid. The essential structures of the proteins: carbon, hydrogen, oxygens, and nitrogens. Okay. That's right. Proteins high molecular weight and made up building unit, which are the amino acids. That's right. What is the structures of the amino acid? Amino acid is the building unit structures of the protein and consists of carbon atoms that's attaching to. This is the carbon atoms, okay? It's called free carbon atoms. Free carbon atoms attaching with the carboxyl group that's represent acidic, and the amino group that's representing is the basic, and the terminal group it's called alkyl group and determined by R's, and H is connecting with the alpha carbons. That is determined the type of the proteins, amino acids, the alkyl group. Alkyl group is changing the amino acid, so it is the protein change. That's right. Okay. Okay. Amino acid is the building structure unit of the protein and consists of carbon atoms attaching to. That's right. Example of some amino acids. Okay. Hydrogen atoms. Okay. Two functional groups are amino group basic, it's representing NH2, and carboxyl group, it's representing the carboxyl COOH. We can share in this point carbons and the carboxyl group COH, H2N amine groups, and for examples, that's amino acid in front of you. There is a 20 type of amino acid. 20 type of amino acids, it contains carboxyl group and the amino groups. Only one type of amino acid doesn't contain alkyl groups. It's, for example, the glycines, that's representing the different amino acid doesn't contain alkyl groups. Okay, that's right. Okay. Example of some amino acids that still before hydrogens, two functional groups, basic amino acids, and the carboxyl groups. Okay. Example of amino acids: alkyl group which differs from amino acid to another, so determines the type of amino acid. From the previous, it's clear that the amino acids are organic compounds that are made up of carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, and nitrogens. Nitrogen is the essential structure of the amino group, so it's found in amino acid. That's right. Okay. Choose the correct answers from test yourself. The final result from the digestive meals, which consists of beans with oils and the bread, are respectively beans, building unit, amino acids; oils, building unit, it's fatty acid and glycerols; and the bread, the building unit, is the molecules, it's called glucose. So the best answers: number glucose, fatty acid, glycerols, and the amino acids. That's wrong. So the best answer is D. Why? Because the building unit of the amino acid, the building unit of oils is fatty acid and glycerols, the building unit of the bread is glucose. That's right. You can focus the best answers. In next slides, focus me and follow me, please. Okay. Okay. Choose the correct answers. The correct answers is amino acid, fatty acid, and glycerols and glucose. Okay, that's right. Okay. Building of protein from the amino acids. Protein are made up of repeated units of amino acid which link in each other by peptide bond. Amino acid binding with another amino acid. If the two amino acid binding together, it's formed dipeptide bond. More than two amino acid, it's called polypeptide bond. When binding first amino acid with the second amino acid, dehydration reaction it's occur. Removals 1 molecules of waters and producing peptide bond. Which removes the 1 molecules of waters. First amino acid consists of carboxyl group. Removals OH from the carboxyl group in the first amino acid. And removals hydrogen atoms from the next amino groups in the next amino acid. So removals 1 molecules of waters that occurs between two amino acids. When binding more than one amino acid, for example, 9 amino acids being together, forming the polypeptide change. What is the number of water molecules removed? 9 amino acid minus 1. So the total number of molecules of waters it removed, 8. And the number of tight bond, it's called 8. That's right. The peptide bond arises between the carboxyl group COOH of an amino acid and the amino group NH2 of another amino acid through the removals 1 water molecules OH group, then the carboxyl group of amino acids, positive hydrogen ions from the amino group of the adjacent amino acid for esterations. That's right. Okay? Okay? There is a 20 type of amino acids. Only 20 type of amino acid is found. But the infinite number of the amino acid. Why? Because the type of amino acid depending on number of amino acids, order of amino acids, and type of amino acids. Number, order, type. By changing number, by changing order, by changing types, we can producing a large number of amino acids. Also, is limited only in 20 type of amino acid. So, it can obtaining an infinite number or large number of amino acid according to this point, order, a type, and the number of amino acid. That's right. Okay? It's not required for the protein formations, the combinations among similar amino acids. So they're extensively wide and various probabilities to forming the protein, depending on types, order, number amino acid in the polypeptide chain. There is 20 different types of amino acid that enter the composition of the protein, such as glycine, alanines, and valine in the amino acid. The examples. Okay? That's right. Okay? Example of some properties of the combination of glycine, GLY, anilines, and the valine amino acid. There is the 3 types of amino acid, glycine, valine, and alanine. Okay? There is 3 types of amino acid. It's being together. We can obtain a large number of the amino acid because changing the number, orders, and the types. For example, the property number 1, glycine, alanine, valine, glycine, alanine, valine, glycine, alanine, valine, glycine. Properties number 2, glycine, valine, alanine, glycine, valine, alanine, glycine, valine, alanine, glycine. Properties number 3, changing sequence, glycine, glycine, valine, alanine, glycine, glycine, valine, alanine, glycine, glycine. The last property number 4, valine, valine, alanine, alanine, glycine, glycine, valine, valine, alanine, glycine. So can obtain a large number of the amino acid. That's right. Okay? Okay? Another slides can explaining another point that's according to the protein. Human body can be producing 11 types of amino acids and obtaining the other 9 types of the through the males. So that's necessary for eating food containing proteins to compensating what the body needing from this amino acid in order to building our body. That means that this point related to the amino acid play an important roles and protein especially and the structures of the amino acid helping the body growth, okay, in childhood and adulthood. Okay, that's right. Okay. That's right. In other slides, we can focus about the proteins. Amino acid acting acidic and basic. The structures mean essential structure of the amino acids. Two function group, carboxyls and amine group. Carboxyls, COH, that's representing acidic. Amine group, that's representing the basic. So the amino acid contains acidic and basic in essential structures. Okay, that's right. The number of peptide bonds which resulting from the combination of number of amino acids equals the number of water molecules eliminated. That means that removals during the chemical reactions equals the number of amino acids linked together to forming the protein. That's right. Okay. That's right. Amino acid acting the acidic base. Focus in this point, please, because inshallah, next episode explaining the enzymes, essential structures is proteins, so we can know the carboxyls representing amino acidic, and the amine groups that representing the basic. That's right. The polypeptide chain, the number of free carboxyl group equals the number of free amine group. Please focus in this point. When the bending it occurs between the two amino acids, first amino acid, carboxyl group, removal one hydroxyl groups, and second amino acid, removals hydrogen atoms from the amino groups. So the first carboxyls in the first amino acid is not free. Okay, and the first amine group it's free. Finally, the last carboxyl group it's become free. So the number of free carboxyl group in polypeptide chain 1. The number of free amine groups in the polypeptide chain 1. That's right. Okay. Okay. Choose the correct answer. Which of the following act as acidic and basic together during the chemical structures of the monosaccharide chemical reactions? Number 1, a monosaccharide? No. The monosaccharide enters the structure of the carbohydrate building unit. Disaccharide? No. Fatty acid or amino acids? The best answer is amino acids. That's representing the best answers. Okay, it is the amino acids. That's right. Okay. We can see another question that's related to the proteins. The number of water molecules that are resulting from combination 5 amino acids with which others is molecules. Amino acids plus amino acid plus amino acid plus amino acid plus amino 5 molecules. What is the number of water molecules? We can explain that previously. When the amino acid bending another amino acid, remove 1 molecule of waters. What is the number of water molecules that resulting from 5 amino acids? The best answer, it is 4. Why? The best answer, it is 4. Okay, that's right. Okay, the best answer, it's 4. Why? When the bending of the amino acid with another amino acid, removal 1 molecule of waters. But it's 5. Removal 4 water molecules and 4 peptide bond is formed during the formations of 5 amino acids together. That's right. Okay. Another point. Focus, please, in this point. Okay. Choose the correct answers. 2 similar type of amino acid can form amino acid. For example, valine with valine, glycine with glycines. A number 1, A, dipeptide compound, polysaccharide compound, polypeptide compound. Okay. Or A and C. The best answer A and C. Why? 2 similar amino acid bending together. Dipeptide bond is formed. That's maybe. And the B me polypeptide bond. Why? Because the 2 similar amino acid it repeated, forming the polypeptide bond. So the best answer is D, A and C together. That's right. Okay. Okay. Choose the correct answers. A number of free amino groups in the polypeptide chain, which is resulting from the combination of 20 amino acids, is total numbers of free carboxyl group 1. Total number of free amino groups is 1. So the best answer is 1, not 19, 10, and 20. That's right. Okay. That's right. Okay. The best answer is 1. Okay. Focus another point, please, and pay attention. Next slides. Protein classification according to substance involved in their structure are the following. Number one, simple protein. It consists of only amino acids. Only amino acids. For examples, albumins. It consists of carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, and nitrogens. It's found only in the plants, leaves, root, stems. Found in the human in plasma. The albumin, focus in this point. Albumin play an important role in regulation the water in the blood. It's secreting from the organs, livers in the human being. That's right. Or animal cells. That's right. Another type of the protein is called conjugated proteins. Conjugated, what's the meaning of conjugated? Electrons. Amino acid plus another element. Amino acid plus another element. For examples, the conjugated protein consists of amino acid and the other element. Number one, for example, hemoglobins. Amino acid plus iron. Carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, and the essential element is Fe iron. Hemoglobin is found in red blood cells that's capable to carry the oxygens during the oxidations that's carried out inside the living cells to make the oxidations of the vital completing the metabolic, catabolic, and anabolic. Another types of the conjugated proteins, amino acid plus iodines, such as thyroxine. Essential element ester iodines, carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, and iodines. Another types of amino acids that from conjugated amino acid plus phosphorus, such as casein, it's called phosphoproteins, carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, and phosphorus. The last numbers, the last types of the conjugated proteins, amino acid plus nucleic acid, such as chromatin, carbons, oxygens, nitrogen proteins, amino acid, and the nucleic acid is found in the chromosome, play an important role in the genetic materials that's found in the human being inside in the nucleus. Okay, that's right. Okay, follow me please, dear student, and another slides that's related to the explaining about the proteins. That's right. Okay, simple protein is formed from amino acid only. It's called, example, albumin. Proteins which are present in plant leaves, seeds, and roots. That's right. Human blood plasma. Okay. Conjugated proteins. Conjugated proteins are made of amino acid associated, مصاحب, with the other elements. For example, phosphorus, iodine, iron, and others. Phosphor, casein, phosphoproteins, iodines that found in the thyroxines, iron that found in the hemoglobins, phosphorus that found in the chromatins. That's right. Okay. That's right. Choose the correct answers. We can apply it about this questions. All the following biological macromolecules enter the structure of some parts of the plant except it. Cellulose. Please focus in these questions. Please focus in these questions. You can solve the questions easily by understood the head and the questions carefully. Please focus. All the following biological macromolecules enter the structure of some parts of the plants except cellulose enters the structure of the plant. Starch enters the structure of the plant? No. Why? Because it's storage, not enters the structure. So the best answer is B. Phospholipids, that's right, enters the structure of cell membranes in the plant cells or animal cells and animal cells. Albumin enters the structure, leaves, stem, and root in the plant cells. So the best answer is B. Correct answer is B, or best answer is B. Okay, that's right. Okay. Choose the correct answers. Doctor advise the anemia patients to eat food stuff which are rich in the example iron. The best answer is iron. Okay. That's right. Dear students, now we are focused a main point that's related to in this lesson proteins. Through the light part, we can explaining the main point, for examples, structures of the amino acids and the two function group enter the essential structures of the amino acid carboxyls that's representing acidic and the amino that's representing the basic, and what is the type of bonds that's occur and the dehydration actions that's occur as the result of removals one molecules of water. We can summarize the proteins. the building unit of the protein, it is called the amino acid. What is the structure of the amino acid? Alpha carbons is connecting with the carboxyl group, COOH, amine group, NH2. Alkyl group is the terminal group and hydrogens. This is called terminal group. What the mean of terminal group alkyls? It determines the type of amino acid. By changing this terminal group, the type of amino acid is changing, so the protein is changing. What happens when binding the amino acid with another amino acid? The peptide bond is formed. When it's occurred between two amino acids, dipeptide bond. More than two, it is polypeptide bond. Okay, that's right. What happens when binding with the first amino acid with the second amino acid? Free carbons, carboxyl group, COOH, NH2, alkyl groups, H hydrogen. When bending between the first amino acid and second amino acid, removals OH, okay, from the first amino acid, from carboxyl group. So it's not considered not free. But removals another hydrogen atoms from the NH2 amine groups. The total number is removed 1 molecules of waters, H2, in dehydration reactions. That means that when bending the first amino acid with the second amino acid, removal 1 molecules of waters, okay? The number of removals molecules of waters equals the number of amino acid minus 1. That means that if have 9 amino acids being together, the number of water molecules it removes 8. The number of peptide bonds 8. So it is depending from each other. Amino acids that represent carboxyl group is representing acidic. Amino group is representing the basic. So it contains acidic and basic in the amino acid. Okay, that's right. Type of amino acids, simple, okay, and complex. Complex, okay. Simple proteins and complex proteins. It's called conjugated protein. Conjugated. What the meaning of conjugating? Amino acid with another types. Okay, for examples, thyroxine, amino acid plus iodines. Okay, hemoglobin, amino acid plus iron. Chromatins, amino acid plus nucleic acids. Casein, phosphoproteins, amino acid plus phosphorus. Simple, it consists of only amino acid. That's right. Thanks a lot for you, dear student. I hope I meet you again in the next times you are happy. I wish I could see you again. Thanks a lot for you. Mr. Hatem, Biology DT, thanks a lot of you and goodbye.
أولى ثانوي، فرصة جديدة وحلم جديد وهنعديها بالتأكيد، وهنعديها بالتأكيد.